Hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to show you my new mental health journal that I made for kids. So as you know, I've already got a mental health journal slash workbook slash planner for adults, and that's one of my biggest sellers in my Etsy shop. And so I made one that's for kids, and I really wasn't even thinking about kids at first because most of my audience is adults. Actually, like all of my audience is adults, but um, one of my friends came to me and asked me about, her kid who could benefit from something like this, and so that kind of made me think, this is something that I'm sure a lot of people need. I'm sure this is something that many, many children across the world could benefit from because mental health is not just for adults, and it's such an important subject. I mean, as far as holistic health goes, mental health is 1/3 of, why all the things that you need to have a healthy lifestyle. And so I just kind of realized, this is even Mental Health Awareness Month right now. So I thought this was a good time to bring some awareness to the fact that kids need mental health too. They need the journal to, express themselves and things like that. So this journal was inspired by my friend's son that could use something like this, and so I made this with him in mind. So this is a journal that's for kids that are maybe between the ages of like 10 and 14, 15 maybe. It's not for super young kids because there's a couple of words in here that maybe aren't in their vocabulary yet, but it's probably a little too childish for teenagers. Um, so yeah, the age range that this is best for is probably 10 to 13, something like that, right before they become teenagers. So I'm going to show you what's all in this mental health journal. And so this is a printable, just like all my other products, which means that it comes in a PDF form. And so you just download it right away. And when you get the PDF, you can save it to your computer. You can print it, and you can print any of the pages as many times as you need to. That's the beauty of printables. So here's the cover page, and this is designed for if your child wants to use a binder. And that's pretty much kind of what, most of, actually, I'm not even 100% sure that all of my planners and journals have a cover page. Some of them do, some of them don't, but this one does. And I thought, kids are going to want something that's got a pretty cover. Well, not that this is pretty, but you know what I mean. They're going to want something that they can at least look at it and right away they can tell what's in it. In case they've got other binders with other things, they can find this one easy. So here's the cover page. And then it's got 2 pages in it, and here's the first one. So this is one that's designed to use every day. So if your child wants to journal every day or every week, depending on how many times a week or whatever, you can print off however many you need. So there's journal prompts to help them identify their how they feel, any thoughts that they're having. Um, there's 2 journal prompts where they have to actually write in some good things that happened and some bad things that happened about the day. And I think that's really important because even adults, I think these are 2 journal prompts that are in my nighttime journal pages. And I think before everybody goes to bed every night, they should reflect on the good things about the day, and that helps with gratitude. And then the bad things, which it might sound counterintuitive, but the reason why I think it's important to get the bad things out on paper is so that you can get it out of your head. And even a child writing something down, it's going to help them get it onto paper so that it's not taking up space in their mind while they're falling asleep. So the same concept applies when it comes to children and adults as far as getting out you know, in the rest of the page too, getting out the feelings and the thoughts. And so it helps with sleep in that sense. And then the last one on this page is what would help you the most right now. And I think that's important because sometimes kids don't really know what to do if they have some, crap going on in their head and they don't know how to deal with it. Maybe having some suggestions would help them, like a hug, playing a game, watching TV, dancing to music. There's a lot of suggestions here that might help them decide how they want to get out their feelings. So, and then the last page is something that I thought of. It's to help kids express themselves when they can't talk. So, if they don't have the courage to talk, if they feel embarrassed to talk, if for any reason at all that a kid can't say what's on their mind, which if you're a parent, I'm sure you understand. I'm not a parent, but I have nephews and I understand that they don't always can say what they what they're thinking, what they feel, what they want, so those sorts of things. So if they can take this piece of paper and find the one that they want to say, whatever they feel like they can't express, and just they can cut this out like little cards or papers or whatever and hand it to someone. They can hand it to their parents, brother or sister, their teacher, their therapist, anybody that they trust, and this will help them get the help that they need, or just to, help them feel like they have a way to express themselves, or like they have a way to get the attention or the help that they need. And so I think this is a really cool thing for kids because a lot of kids, like I said, they can't speak when they have a problem. And I mean, even when I was a kid, this would have helped me a lot. Um, because I didn't talk a lot as a kid. So this would have been very helpful for me. And this is probably going to be helpful for a lot of kids. So if you have kids and they could benefit from this journal, I'm going to leave a link down below in the comments or in the description so that you can find this in my Etsy shop. And if you know anybody else that has kids with mental health issues, send this their way. And let's make sure we're taking care of our kids. So if you got any benefit out of this video, give it a like and be sure to subscribe. I talk a lot about mental health as well as physical health and spiritual health on this channel if you're new. Um, and so thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.